Welcome to JS Sports Insiders. My name is Don Walker, Business of Sports reporter and pinch-hitting host. Today our guest is the other Mr. Baseball in town, Anthony Witrado, covers the Milwaukee Brewers. Anthony, you had a great story today about Rickie Weeks. Rickie Weeks, I think, has impressed us by his toughness, and of course he's having a great season at the plate. What do you think of him personally? What is he like when you interviewed him?
He's no nonsense. I mean, if you want to talk about a guy being no BS, it's Rickie Weeks. Never any excuses when he plays bad, and when he plays well, it's never. It's not like he ever takes it for granted, a hot streak or anything like that, or even this entire season. You want to talk to him about his injury past, and he tells you that that's in my past. I'm not looking at that. Very no nonsense. He's constantly pushing. Something that I think other players kind of gravitate towards, and his intensity is off the charts. I mean, if they don't have a camera in the dugout on him constantly, but if they did, I mean, you'd see the guy's intensity level was through the roof. And
he's bulked up this year. I mean, he looks like he's built like a defensive back.
Yeah, I mean, he could easily play in the NFL with his speed and size. There's no question about that. But he's always been big, and he's worked to get that body that he has. And there was some criticism before by people saying that maybe he got too big to play this game. I think he's found a level where he's able to produce the way he should be as a baseball player and still keep some of the size that he wants. And so, I think it's definitely helped him. His hands are quicker, and I mean, you see him touch the ball with his bat and the thing flies. So,
Now, of course, his name has figured in some trade rumors. Not so sure the Brewers would part with him at this stage, but what can you tell us about the Corey Harts, the Prince Fielder rumors?
Well, I think that for those guys to move right now, they're going to have the Brewers are going to have to be just bowled over by an offer. I mean, somebody's going to have to come and offer the farm for these guys, and I don't think anybody's willing to do that for either guy right now, especially with Corey Hart and his injury, and is that going to linger or whatever. But no one's come to the table with an offer that Doug Melvin couldn't refuse. So as of now, they're staying put.
And in the locker room, do these guys talk about these rumors much? Do you pick that up?
I'm sure that they are discussed outside of earshot of the reporters, but when we ask them about it, they're definitely conscious of it. They're aware that there are rumors out there, and Corey Hart has his family and friends on the internet all the time, and so he gets updates, not that he wants them or asks for them, but he gets those updates whether he wants them or not. And Prince Fielder, I think, tries to stay away from it as much as he can. But like I said, both those guys know, and Rickie Weeks included, they know that their names are being thrown out there.
So the last question I would have is, are the Brewers at this point in time buyers or sellers? Where's the team headed?
I think with where they sit in the standings and what their record is, there's no way you can be a buyer at this point. Not at this stage in the game. I think had they won that Cincinnati series, it's only a one-game difference, but I think the momentum shifts a little bit, and you can kind of sell your team being a buyer better to your fan base. But right now, I don't think that there's any doing that. They either stand pat or they have to sell.
Well, that's Sports Insiders for today. Thanks for joining us.